G'day, Ben here. Back with what I'm going to try and do is a super fast part 2 of March pickups, and this is just the 7 inches. So if you don't like small records, there's your warning. I don't know why you wouldn't, because they're fucking awesome. Let's get straight into it. First up, for my mate David Friedman. I believe he is a big fan of Pastoral Symphony and their single Love Machine with the B-side Spread a Little Love Around. This is some great 60s Australian, I guess you'd call it pop with a touch of psych in there, on the Festival label there. Love these old yellow Festival labels. I'm supposed to be going quick, I'm already going slow. Nick Cave, In the Ghetto, backed with The Moon Is in the Gutter. Early 7 inch of his. This is on Mute Records. Should have known that. The great Mental as Anything with Berserk Warriors. See that you think it's like a plain sleeve, but see it's got like the cool stamp on there and some coloured fingerprints on the back. I think this, it's on Regular Records. Is that an original? Somebody tell me, but great song. I love Berserk Warriors, might be my favourite. Now, a trilogy of beasts. So, if you know, I'm a big fan of the Beast Bourbon, and I was very happy to get these. Beast Bourbon, Hard Work Driving Man, backed with Elvis Impersonated Blues and I Love You Because. I love these picture sleeves, and there's the great Red Eye label. The Hate Inside, a double 7 inch, back with Hard For You, The Big Sleep, Moaning at Midnight. Yep, the Howlin' Wolf one. Do a great version. Tex has got the voice for it, that's for sure. Look at that. A gatefold 7 inch. Gotta love that. Going to see him at the end of April. The Red Eye label. And the Red Eye label. And the last beast, Words from a Woman to Her Man. And this is back with Hope You Find Your Way to Heaven, which is a live version. There's some unsavory looking types on the back. Quite a few empties on that table there. They're giving it a nudge, that's for sure. On the Red Eye label again. Now, two from another legendary band. Died Pretty, with, what is this single? Goggle Alert. Out of My Hands, back with When You Dance, and this is on Festival Records. No, well, it says Festival on there, limited edition. Oh no, there you go. Festival and Blue Mosque, that's why it's got the Blue Mosque label. It wasn't one of those Frankenstein ones. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Died Pretty. I just told you that it was going to be two Died Pretties. Towers of Strength. This is where heading into the, like late 80s, early 90s, I think here. Sadly, the great Ron Pino's no longer with us. What a front man. They do a great cover of Bob Dylan's from a Buick 6 on the B-side. And again, there's the Blue Mosque label. Now, a few I picked up. Well, I like these bands, but I'm trying to collect Waterfront label as much as possible. This is a Happy Hate Me Nots with the fantastic single You're an Angel. Another one of these fancy schmancy gatefold 7 inches, but this is a gatefold for a single disc on the great Waterfront. Why would you do a gatefold for one disc? But I'm glad they did, because I like it. The Holy Rollers, Above the Law, back with Lifestyle on the great Easter Records label. That's that one there. Another legendary Australian label. Holy Rollers, great rock and roll band. much more I can say about that one. I think they were from Western Australia. So this one's 85. And then this one I purely bought because of the label, because it's on Waterfront Records. And this is a band called the Humdingers. And when I saw that cover, I was pretty much guessing this would be like a kind of rockabilly revival, and it is, and it's really good actually. It's called We Have Got It All, and oh, that's the B-side, sorry, A Little Love on the Side. So there you go. So you can sort of tell from those outfits and those haircuts. Well, except for that, guys, not friggin' being a team member and rocking the rockabilly quiff. Something I wish I could do. And love the Johnny, Spencer P. Jones's original band, the country cowpunk dudes, who were like pretty legendary in Europe as well, apparently. But of course, Spencer's from Be Suburban, went on to play in that after this, is Mushroom Records. So they were doing all right, the Johnnies, which Mushroom was a big mainstream, well, it started off independent but become one of the bigger labels in Australia. And the song on this is Elvisly Yours. Don't you love that? And yeah, check them out. And then, because you just got to do these things, even though I had the 12-inch, here's the 7-inch of the Lime Spiders Weirdo Libido. You just gotta, on Virgin. And for the same reasons, Volatile on 7-inch. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Another Lime Spiders, but this time just on 7-inch. I don't have this on anything else. This is Just One Solution. Love this artwork too. And again, on Virgin. Now, the next 3 are all ones because of the labels they were on, and they all worked out pretty good. So there's a band called Play It Loud, double play, kind of power pop-ish, I would say, probably slightly harder than that. And their track Write It Down in Stone, Treat It Like Another Day, they loved it so much, there's no B-side. It's an A and a double A, because they're that good. And of course, this is on the great Greasy Pop label, another fantastic Australian 80s label. Get in there, you bastard. And this one on Blue Mosque, the Porcelain Bus. I don't know if it's an Australian saying, but when you're riding the porcelain bus, means you got your arms wrapped around the toilet having a big spew, usually alcohol induced. This is like just great indie stuff, more, on the rockin' side. It's fitting that it's Porcelain Bus, Blue on Blues, the single. So someone spent the extra cash for a coloured single in the 80s, man. Now, this one on Greasy Pop, A Bloody Mess by the Spikes, is a bit of a bloody mess. It's a 33 1/3 playing record, and it's quite a long song, and it kind of starts off, it never quite catches fire for me, but I'll stick with it and see how we go. Now, something a bit more modern. Anytime I see anything by Mr. Mikey Young, that's right, we have to mention him at least once a show, and this is his band Total Control with on Iron Lung Records, and this is bloody hell, the goggles are coming out more often than I would like, I tell you. The track Retiree on the A, and Meds 2, and again, nice blue translucent vinyl there. And we've got 2 to go. the mighty Trilobites. Great band. This is on another great Australian 80s label, Big Time. Trying to get as many as I can of like all these fantastic late 70s and throughout the 80s labels. They just had such a great roster of great Australian rock and roll bands who were all doing the pub circuit at the time. Yeah, just legends in my book, and just so many great songs. There's a lyric sheet in a 7-inch. That's pretty cool. All should have been top 40 superstars in my opinion, and kicked out Madonna and Michael Jackson and all that shit. Last one, the Wet Taxis. Now, this one actually has Lewis Tillett, who would go and play in several and sing in several bands across the 80s and into the 90s. I think the Tendrils was the band he was in, and that was with Conway Savage. I might have that slightly wrong, but I feel that's right. And and a young Penny Eichinger is also in this band. This is a really good track, more on the indie side of things. This is on the fantastic Hot Records label. Hot. There it is. And that's the last little record, otherwise known as 7 inches. Thanks if you checked all that out, and we'll see you in the next one.